Hello, everybody. It's Thomas from NotionVC.com here. And today I want to talk about and give you a quick overview of a new Notion template called Venture Rolodex, which is a pretty simple personal network management template for venture capitalists, but also any investment professional. So, in my practice, what I have found to be incredibly useful is to keep track of my network, of course, and mostly when it comes to my fellow or peer VCs. So, as I'm sure you know, in your practice, a lot of the best deals they usually come from your peer network and recommendations. And yeah, I found this list of the peer VCs to be super helpful tool, which I always come back to. So that is why I have created this simple template, which sort of puts this all together in a simple system. So let me give you a quick rundown of how this looks like. So we start off with actions, which in this case is pretty simple, just adding a new contact. Then there's navigation, which is a shortcut to all the different network views, which I will come back to later. Network at a glance is like a very simple dashboard, which just shows you the total network size, so number of people you have in your database, and then a pretty simple segmentation between VCs, LPs, and founders, and sort of like the number that you have in each of these categories. And of course, all of this is customizable and like very simple to adjust to your specific needs and use case. So following from there, on this, still basically on the same page, there are three distinct network views. So the first one is network status, which essentially focuses more on being able to track the interactions and being able to stay on top of your network. So what you can see here is here are the people in the network, or a sample of them. And then what you can see here is color-coded days since last contact. So you can sort of track, how much of a time has elapsed since last contact with that particular person. Then next steps required. So whether there's something something actionable with that person, and your planned next touch point. So this first view is really all about staying on top of your network and keeping in loop with those people that you want to stay in touch with. Then the second view is about network segmentation and quality, and here basically I have just put together like two parameters. So one is type, of course, so this is like the type of contact, so you can see that visually. The other is quality of that contact, so like marked with like 1, 2, or 3 stars. But really, this is again very simple to customize, and you can pull out any parameter that you need to segment here. And the third view is a simple loopback calendar. So this essentially plots the planned touch point with that person on a calendar view, so you can stay on top of that visually. So with that being said, that is pretty much it. These three views is essentially all that I need to stay on top of my contact list. And to show you the most important piece, obviously, is the detail of each contact. Here again, it's kept relatively simple, and I just include the parameters that I have found to be important for me in my practice. So to give you a quick rundown, type, obviously, this is the type of contact, whether it's VC, LP, angel investor, founder, etc. Firm, URL, these are all pretty self-explanatory. Then thesis, it's for the VCs, it's good to track what they focus on, right? So what's the stage that they focus on, what are the parameters, what is the vertical, etc. Country, email, next steps required. This is a simple wait, yes or no. Then you can track the dates of the last touch point that you've had with the person at the next touch point. Then here's the days since last contact, which is calculated automatically. And then touchpoint frequency, whether it's weekly, bi-monthly, monthly, quarterly, etc., and your subjective contact quality. And then for each person, obviously, you can have much more depth. So you can keep meeting notes from your calls or meetings with that person. You can keep documents, you can keep tasks, etc. But this, I would say, is the optional detail that you can track. But really, just keeping these parameters filled out and staying on top of them, I have found it to be really useful when it comes to recommending deals, when it comes to sharing deals, and just in general staying on top of my network. Maybe last thing to say is that obviously this is a simple template. It's just one database, so that means it's really easily customizable. So for example, just to give you one idea, what you can do is that you can, if you're tracking your deals or your deal flow funnel in a different database or in a different place in Notion, you can add a linked property here that links this person to a deal. So, for example, if this guy recommends you a deal that comes into your funnel, you can keep track of that relationship. So that is also very helpful to see then, who is an effective recommender of deals, etc. So all in all, this is a pretty simple one-page template, but I have found it to be a really, really useful tool in my practice as a VC. So I do hope you find it useful as well. You can find the link to get the template in the description. Visit notionvc.com for all of the templates that I built for the venture capital industry. And thank you very much for taking a look. And please don't hesitate to get in touch either via LinkedIn, email, X, or via any other channel, because it's super, super helpful for me to hear your feedback, your ideas for new workflows to build. So thank you very much again. I hope this is helpful, and have a great day. Thank you, and see you in the next one.